Wow, I'm so burnt out. I still can't believe I missed out that 18th birthday trend. Could have helped my child out by a lot. There is no Christmas miracle for this channel
Ho
now.
ho ho!
Santa Claus?
Hello, Braziltron17. What is seen to be the problem here?
Well, I was burnt out of idea and could have done a 18th birthday video, but could go through with the idea. I could go through with the idea. And besides, I was also too busy doing the stuff that shall not be named because I want to have a future in life. Also, my birthday had passed and I had missed out the chance of doing that idea. Now I don't know what should the Christmas special should be or what it should be about.
Well, Braziltron17, do you remember that book you just finished reading this year?
Santa, I read a lot of books this year. Even the one I did on Facebook, links in down to the description about my favorite book, Smile. I know for fact that video already felt dated because I just released that video out like this year on Valentine's Day. But already the video already felt very dated. It hurt. So I probably will make a remake of it. But if you're interested of any more birthday or should I say special occasion of video, please check it out. Links is down to the description if you're interested.
That is not what I was talking about. Nor I have in mind, Mr. Braziltron17. I was talking about this Wings of Fire book that your cousin gave you on Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving, whatever.
You know what? That is an awesome idea, Santa. Thank you.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you, sir. Now fire up that intro before your viewer gets bored of this video already.
That will be an honor for you, Santa. Fire up that intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Braziltron17. If you're new here, please like, comment, and subscribe, and help me out by reaching the magic number that is 100 subscribers by the end of this month because it's the final month of the year. That would be very much appreciated. Just saying. And I'm in live action now. The second time I did live action. Not because I'm rushing the video. But hey, it's just me. Like you heard in the first half of the video, I am reviewing the book, The Wings of Fire. Brought to me by one of my favorite people, Galaxy Star, which I shall not name her original name for obvious reason. But but hey, I'm reviewing this book by technically my very second time reviewing a book. Links in down the description for the first time I ever review a book. That would very much appreciate, and I think you will like that book. Like that book review. It was a mess. And I hope you enjoyed that mess. But hey, it was a wonderful mess, and I enjoyed making it, despite that video was rushed, like insanely rushed. I don't know what was I doing at that time. Also, how I'm going to review this book this time, if you're the viewer who also watched that video, this video I'm going to do something different, and it's also a Christmas special because it's Christmas. So I'm going to review this book in a 4-step process to show, like, at least just to show an illusion that I at least know what I'm talking about. Since I read this book twice, the second time I read this book, just for me to get my brain and at least for me to know what am I talking about before I get to this topic of the story or the topic of this video. How am I going to answer this video? How am I going to do this video? Well, 4 steps. But what are those 4 steps, you might ask? I'll just tell you, like the first one is just me talking about my background information and what is my background of the story. How do I know about this story exists? And other stuff about how do I how do I know about the story? The second part is basically me talking about the story and plot and what is the story of this book about. And number three is just me talking about the character, villains. If I did mainly talk about the character, like main character, side character, villain story, or villain character. The usual generic stuff that most YouTubers do get to review a cartoon slash movie. And the last one, it just talking about my conclusion. Like, do I like the story? How much do I like it? Do I plan to read the other story that might be adapted to a graphic novel? Or that inevitable cartoon that don't know will be on HBO Max or any other streaming service for me to watch because I like because because when you see the end of this video, you will might you might you might you might think I will really enjoy the story. Alright. But with that said done, now let's get to the actual video. Now let's go. Number one, the background. The the author of the story is right here. I'm not planning to say this person's name. But she is an American children author who made a bunch of she made personally why I Google up as soon as I record this video, I Google up a bunch of books that she made. She made a lot of Dragon Winds of Fire books that are not graphic novel, which okay, that's cool. And she even made this story from I, one of the series I used to read, and I never heard of that person actually made the story. I didn't know about that. And she also made story like uh, this, like this. No thanks. It's no, but in my actual story, but my actual experience with the story before I actually got this graphic novel version from my awesome cousin Galaxy Star. Uh, I never heard of this story before. I saw it a few times, didn't care about it. I was too busy reading the Magic Treehouse books at the time. And I also heard about this one. I heard that Netflix would just cancel that story from this one channel name on Clownfish TV. On like this video right here from Clownfish TV about Netflix actually canceled a lot of shows. And when they said the Winds of Fire, my brain was like to a blank, like, what? And yeah, I didn't know about the story. Personally, I didn't know about it too much and didn't bother reading the story. I was reading other things at the time. But thank to my cousin who showed me the graphic novel book. Boy, yeah, they actually plan to make a TV show out of this book. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Not because of the drawing, which I'm a sucker for the drawing because I got tired of seeing books without pictures, and it got boring for me. Just me. But yeah, after seeing this graphic novel, yeah, I like it. And they actually plan to make a TV show out of this story, and I find that really cool. And I wish I know for a fact the actual show is in development right now. Now that person just looking for which streaming service that will allow her to air the show, which I find it cool. But that is my background of the story. Never heard of it until I watched both the clownfish both the clownfish TV video and my wonderful cousin Galaxy Star for giving me the story. Yeah, I actually became I now learned the existence fully of the story, The Winds of Fire. And okay, cool. Now I know my understanding about the story. But personally, I'm not gonna waste your time on this segment. Let's get to the story segment. The story. Okay. The story is basically that prophecy story mumbo jumbo. Something like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. You know those prophet stories like yeah, the story basically that, but with dragons. Okay? And I love the story. I really do. But I cannot remember any of these characters to save my life. But all I can say, there's a mud dragon, there's a water dragon, a shape-shifting dragon. Well, I mean, I meant to say a chameleon dragon that basically camouflage whenever her background is, and there's also that night dragon, and that's about it. There, it just basically those are the prophet one. I know for I might have forgot to one dragon. I probably would have it up in the screen layer. But they're the prophet who are destined to save the world, to save the world from this endless war. Kind of remind me of the Dragon Prince. Now think about it. Was the Dragon Prince inspired by this book? Who knows? But it's funny that this book kind of reminds me of that a little bit. With the whole dragon, well, with the whole prophecy something stuff. And I find that very cool of a story. And what is my opinion about the story? Honestly, the story is actually okay. It gets the job done with the whole prophecy thing. For a character, for a character, I might have forgotten another character. For a character got taken from their nest, and since they are the prophet, the guardian just took the eggs and hid them for almost 6 years. Jesus Christ! And at the middle of the story, the they try to keep one. They try to keep them all in the area until they are ready enough to enter the war as the chosen one to end the war. And along the way, two dragon men. Well, the leader dragon tried to kill one of the dragon because that dragon was a mistake. And I find that very, very concerning. That is that. Huh. I guess it. I guess they're. I guess the person tried to go through an arcane route. Now I think about it. Like there's no true good side, but this was different because along the way, later down the line of the story, we discover another faction that basically Roman, like a Roman queen, who could have a gladiator, and I actually list out there's a total of let's see, I think 3 deaths. Yeah, I think I have in mind. Oh wait, no, actually 4 deaths in the story, and I'll tell you who are those deaths in the character section of the story of the video. But overall, the story's okay. Basically, first half they make the mother, the adopted mother, sparring with the mud dragon. The mud dragon didn't want to fight, and there's another way, but the mother insisted, and his friend saved him, etc., etc. Next half, they were they were just chatting about what's each other about the whole prophecy thing. They play around, and the same water dragon that saved the mud dragon got chained up, which is very concerning. But okay, they they free the person, the mud dragon who could hold his breath for a long time, but not too long. But he managed to get out. Two dragons were flying around, and Yeah, they also stumble to the other bad guy, and uh, honestly, what I'm getting from this vibe is just an introduction story to the whole main idea of the whole Wings of Fire, the prophets. I'm not describing this story very well. All I can say, the story is good. It basically like Star Wars slash Lord of the Ring and a hint of Roman, with definitely with the villain, the Queen, who also have a daughter, which I was happily named in the character section again. So yeah. Speaking of character section, the characters. Okay, I actually went back to look over the characters' name because in the first draft of the first draft of this part of the video, I actually absolutely panicked. But I'm back. Okay, we got the character of the story. We got Clay the Mudwing and Typhoon. I hope I said the character right. She's the water dragon, and we got the the Sunny dragon. I actually forgot about that while I was skimming over the name of these characters. We got Starflight, the the Dark Stalker, the people who actually see through the dark. Please, anyone who understands the Dark Dragon, please let me know in the comment down below the actual right name. Even though I have the book in hand, but I love people sending me feedback in the comment below. Okay, please do so. And we got the Glory, the chameleon version of the dragon, which I probably sure I wasn't saying that name. That version of the dragon gets to be lazy enough to not look over the story. That'd be crazy. I love the story, but I'm not doing that. That small detail, just something. No thanks. And but as for the villains, I put the name somewhere in this video. I'm not saying her name. I actually forgot about her, even though I look over it. And as I was looking over the book, I might have missed a page or two. I can't find the character. I can't find the evil mother name in the story anywhere. But I'm calling her evil mother because why bother? Remember her name. She died in the story. She dies in the end of the story. Heck, she would have died twice if it weren't for the dragon nest. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I probably am or not, but the dragon nest. Yeah, and honestly, also there's also more seeker, the the father of the of Starflight. He's actually a decent character, but until the end of the story, well, near the end of the story, I actually lost almost all respect for the guy. After in the end, again, this is what happened when you were in a war for so long. Like a wise man said, a war could either bring out the goods of people or the worst of people. Actually, war take out the worst of people because you're the myth of battle. Also, the Caesar, yeah, the villain of the story, yeah, it's so over here, but still, I don't care about her anyway because she basically, I think she basically that Roman leader, the one that in the, yeah, the one that do the whole this and thumbs down for it to live or die. That was the villain of the story. Kind of gave me that vibe. Nero. Yeah, Nero. That Roman guy. Honestly, the story looked like it take place in the ancient Roman. Maybe the author was inspired by that. I don't know, but if that's true, Addicted. Because I don't think I see a lot of those in media these days. Or maybe because I'm living under a rock. Who knows? But as for the characters, all I can say, I couldn't even find the female version. I couldn't find the evil mother. So she died in the story. I don't care. All I can say, she's just a evil character. And there were also another character I also saw in the story. I didn't care remember that person's name because they died from the Nero, the Dragon Nero lady, daughter, adopted daughter. So because she had the power of touch, if you touch her, you die in flames. So that guy don't matter, and I forgot that Blade lady because she is really cool and I like her. And Clay, the main character, because basically half the character barely have development. So Clay is my favorite character of the story, and I find him very cool. Character arc. Well, okay, since it's the character section of the video, I have to be honest with myself. Yeah, the character development is okay at best or bad. It kind of gave me that vibe of the Eternal movie. Like, there's one character got more pages to flesh out, and the rest barely got any. Honestly, Clay definitely the best character of the story. The other characters are okay at best, but yeah, Clay, good character. Evil Mother, kind of stink. More Seeker, kind of a. I don't like him. I like him at first, but until the very end, I just ugh. He kind of felt like a little twist villain, but it's war, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know. He gave me that vibe. The graphic novel. I don't like him, and the villain is eh. Like her, like the concept of the whole Roman thing, but eh. There's nothing more to say about the character because also Clay actually found his mother, and I didn't bother remember her name. I doubt it was named in the story, but I could be wrong. His mother is just cold. Jesus Christ. I do not like her, nor the evil mother, nor the villain, more as Sting, and the prophetness, dragonness, are, I don't know, they're fine. Have some get more focus in the story than others. And personally, I felt like Clay got the most amount of more focus in the graphic novel. It could be wrong. I could be wrong from the other books that are graphic novel, but that's what I gave that by in the story. Honesty, I have not explained this. I have not explained this story very well, but all I can say, character are okay. Now let's just wrap up this video and for everyone to enjoy their awesome Christmas. In conclusion, overall, I still think the Wind of Fire book is still a pretty good story. I actually enjoy it. Honestly, I know for a fact this video ain't going to do this story justice because I'm actually reviewing this book off script compared to the first half of the video which was scripted. But I know for a fact I am not doing this book justice with how am I talking about it. So personally, the story is still good, despite me kind of butchering the review and the story character. But I still think the story is actually really good. And I think you should check out the graphic novel book. Is really good. The art is really good. I love the story. I love the story. I love the character. The artwork is really pretty, especially how the person did the artwork with the whole Roman kind of story. So, due to my poor stuff and poor reviewing of the story, I still personally still stand this story This story get an 7 out of 10. Now let's wrap up this video onto my avatar version of myself. So let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to see more book review. I might continue doing this another time, but boy, this video took me forever to make on Christmas Eve. But it was a fun time making it, despite my many errors. Next year, I'll be mainly be on my other project and Patreon too, for me to put in a lot more stuff for there before I ever be ready to post some more stuff on YouTube. But I'm also very grateful for Galaxy Star for providing this book for today's book review, and I am very grateful for that. And also, I'm also very grateful for 83 subscriber. At least I'm close enough to reaching to 100 subscriber at least. But with that said, done. Thank you for watching. I hope you have an awesome New Year / Christmas. Peace out, bro.
Braziltron17 will return in 2023.